Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Funtime Crafts 24/7. I have a little project share / tutorial. I made these couple of cards. This one is a inked stenciled background that I ombreed one color with. And then this one here is a shimmer mist background with some Nuvo glacier paste on it. And sprinkled a little bit of unicorn confetti on there. This is a fun, chunky white glitter. That's got an opalescent shimmer to it, super fun. And layered it up on here, and I was going to show you how to make each of these backgrounds. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let me take you to the other side, and we'll get started. Hey guys, so we're over here in the spray box, and what I have here is just a piece of lightweight cardstock, 8.5 by 11, just a regular sheet of cardstock. And what we're going to use today are these Nuvo mica mist sprays. These are super fun to use. However, the sprays, I have 4 of them. Not one of them, the bottle has, the spray top has worked. Not on one. And so what I've done is I shake them up first, because there's a ton in these. There's a lot. And so, which is really awesome when you buy them. But so what I do is I put them in a smaller one. I have mine in these little mini misters. I think these are Ranger. Yeah, these are Ranger mini misters, and these work really well for this. So what I do is I shake them up really good to get the mica all mixed up in it, and then I pour them in the bottle so my distribution of mica is equal to the parts of liquid that's in it, and then they'll spray and have the perfect amount of shimmer in them. So today, what I used on my other background, this background, it is in Turkish Rose, is the color of the top layer, and the bottom there, the green one, is layered with Barrel Swirl is the green. And that's what, see how much shimmer is on those? How fun is that, right? So that's like a pink and like a pale green. Today we're going to use the rose color, the pink, but we're going to layer it with Violet Luster is what we're going to use. So we're going to do a pale pink and purple. And what a stencil I'm going to use is the wedding ring stencil and the grid stencil for this portion. And then the grid stencil is what I'm going to do on the top. And basically what I try to do is I try to use my lightest color for the bottom layer and then layer on top of dark. So like I said, you have to shake these up really good and then spray, because otherwise I think that's what clogs the little sprayers on them. I think. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't work originally, but I'm guessing it has something to do with the mica clogging the spray head. So on this one, we're going to go and we're going to spray just kind of lightly till you have color on the top. And then what I like to do is on the other side, flip it over and get the water stain on this side. And then we'll let that go. Let that soak into the paper there for a second. Let that soak into the paper for just a minute. And it doesn't take long, but the initial part before you put the glacier paste over it, you do want to let it dry for a little bit. But this will soak in just a second. Because this is kind of just a watermarky kind of technique. It's not a very, perfect impression of the stencil. As you can tell, you can see it's kind of a little bit blurry and stuff. But the shimmer is just gorgeous, and these sprays are super fun and fast. Look how fast that is. I mean, that is awesome. See, and then you get this fun little alternate background there. So it's like a 2-for-1 kind of a deal. And then, let's see, let's get the grid one out, the grid one. And we're going to go ahead. And so then what I do on this one is I don't go over the whole thing again. I just like put this on the second one on top, and then I just pick like 3 points to put a little bit of other additional color on it. And I think I got a lot on this one section, but we can actually start on this side because I'm going to spray through the stencil. So we could actually start on this side over here, and then we'll move it over. So let's see. Not, I haven't, oh, ooh, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? I haven't used this one. Wow, well, we're getting an alternate circle pattern. Oh, well, didn't want to do that, but something's up with my little spray head. Well, that's a bummer. Do the video over or not? Hey, that's pretty darn fun. I think we'll stick. So let's see what we can do with this over here, and I'll just kind of... So you still get a little bit, but wow, with the spray head being the way it is, I don't know how to fix that. And then you're not going to end up using the entire thing anyways. You're actually going to cut out a section of it, so that's totally fine as well. Let's see. I really want... You kind of need 3 patterns to make it look... Well... Yeah, we'll see what we get with that, huh? It's all about experimentation, right? You get the cool stuff by trying. So there we go. We'll see what we can make out of that. But it's still pretty because purple and pink go really good together. And then we'll stencil on the top of this in some red. So if there's a spot that we want to kind of disguise, we could totally do that. But look at all that shine, all that shimmer. That is going to be super fun once we cut it all out. That'll be a hoot. And then I'll have to figure out why I'm getting circles. How cool. Okay, so we got that. So let's go over and do glacier mousse, and we'll get that part started. Okay, so here we are over here, and we're going to pull out the majestic stencil, and we're going to pull out, let's see, I think there's enough pixie spray on the back of this just to keep it in place a little bit. And we're going to use this Nuvo glacier paste in this red color here. Then we're going to mix it with winter white glacier paste as well. And so what you want to do is, I use the dark first, and you're going to want a paper towel close by you. I do mine on a piece of copy paper so I don't get stuff on the table and have to worry about. And then I just pick 3 spots that I want to enhance with this. And so then you just grab a little bit out. This has glitter in it, or a shimmer like mica type. I think it's glitter though. And then you just kind of pick three spots where you'd want to accent your piece with a little. And then remember also, we're gonna combine it with the white there. Oh cool, I decided to have more fun on the outside of the bottle. Awesome. Okay, so we'll get a little bit more here, and then we'll just kind of pop a little down here to accent the piece a little. And then I'm just gonna wipe the palette knife off really quick. Grab some of this white glacier paste winter white, and then I'm not going to be able to go back into the bottle, so I'm going to grab a bit out, and then that way I can draw from what is on the table. And so I'm going to enhance the corner down here with the winter white. We'll smush it in over there, and then we'll go across the top of this one. And it kind of blends it. It's really fun. And then what happens on this stuff actually dries pretty pliable. So it doesn't chip or anything, not that I found. And then bam, you get that really fun effect there. And then it has a really fun texture and a shimmery. And then you want to be, just like all the other kinds of pastes and things, you want to wash the stencils right after. Because this will clog them and it'll be hard to get it off. So there is that. So let me go wash this off, and then we'll continue on. Okay, so I got those rinsed off. The second part of this then is to sprinkle if you want, you can sprinkle some glitter on top of this, or, you know, like the unicorn confetti, which is basically chunky glitter. And so I did this before. This stuff stays wet for a little while, so you don't have to be right away with it. But just another fun little element. Pat it in a tad. Trying not to get my fingers in all the other fun stuff, but where it's really thick, that I can, or mess up the bit of design. I'm going to flip it over and tap it off. Because glitter, we all know, gets everywhere. And it is fun. See? And then look at that. How fun is that, right? And then we'll layer this puppy up with some fun embellishments and stuff. How cool is that? And then if you had any other embellishments, you could actually take this and like rub it on the edge and stuff and enhance it. How cool would that be? That'd be a hoot. I should do that. Hold on, I'm going to find some stuff and put that on there. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found these fun little elements in my stash. I have a bucket of like die cuts that I don't use. You have extra, like you didn't like this or whatever. Anyhow, I grabbed out a few of them and I was just going to use up some of this paste. And I was just going to show you, I just dab my finger in it and then just like tap it in just different spots on the embellishment. And look how cool that is, right? That is super fun. And so there's even texture there, so it's not just smooth. It actually pops up on there. So that is pretty darn fun. And we could even do one of these little white ones here. Yeah, and that adds, that even, to white on white even adds. Look at that funness. And you get that fun little sparkle there. So I think we'll let these dry, and then I'll have fun little embellishments for other projects. So let me wipe this up, and I'll show you how to do the ombre background while we're... oh, actually, I think we're actually done. I think it was just that background. So let me grab the stuff for that, and then we'll get started on that. Okay, so here we go. I was going to show you how I got this little ombre effect here with the one ink. And we're going to use this Stamps of Life heart stencil background and put this on our background. So basically all I do is I take whatever color of ink that I want, and in this case this is going to be Stamps of Life Guava, and I go over with my blending brush, the ink pad, and then I just start at the bottom and basically put the most amount of ink at the bottom and then slowly fade and blend it out towards the top. And I literally just go back and forth. And this stencil has pixie spray on it, so it doesn't shift and everything. And they just work so much nicer if you do that. You can get crisper lines with your stencils. And so then you just keep going over the very bottom and blending it up towards the top. And just in this case, you want to make sure you go over both sides of the heart all the way across the page. And then it concentrated ink flow in the middle, make it darker in the center. So like we want some more dark down here and then a little bit darker there, and then we'll keep it light at the top there. So we have our little ombre heart there. Really dark on this one. Look how fun that's going to be, huh? I always try to go over the dark part again, and then, the top, and then not as much at the top, where you want it the lightest. You do want color though, so you have to make sure you... And I think that's pretty darn good. That's a light to dark there. I think that is pretty nifty there. So, that simple, that easy. And let's do the reveal here. Oh, how fun is that? Isn't that cool? And so now we have a really neat background there. I think that came out. My sponge. So, another little tip. Those sponges, this type of a stamp pad doesn't like it when you put the cardstock through it. And I like ripped a bunch of pieces off with the edge of my cardstock. So yeah, don't do that. The Tim Holtz ones fare a little better, but they do fray. So I don't necessarily think scraping the edge of cardstock, like, you know, through your stamp pad's probably the best bet, but I get lazy, so that's what happens. So anyways, yeah, there you go, ombre background. Super fun. So as soon as this dry, and this stuff dries, I would say you want to give it a couple of hours for it to fully dry that you can mess with. And then it actually won't be fully dry until, you know, probably tomorrow, that you can package it up and put it in an envelope and all that jazz. But that'll be really fun. And so then these pieces on this one, this other card, oh, bummer. Let's see. So on this one here, the pieces in the center were actually the pieces that I cut off the top. Up here, I cut them off the top and just layered them up. And even the one that the heart is, see how it has it was just a light portion that I didn't use over there, single color with just a little bit on it, just so that way when you turn the card or whatever, you could see a bit of the accent, and it all is cohesive and goes together instead of just a white heart. I try to use up the whole image on the card, so thought it came out pretty darn fun. And then this one, same. We got our fun little, I should have blocked this off, but I didn't, so now I have to decide if I'm going to go back and stencil those hearts in, which I might do because that would be really easy. But there you have it, a little ombre background. How fun, right? So I hope you enjoyed the technique, and give it a whirl. You guys have a great one. Have a fun rest of your week. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, here we go, guys. I forgot to that I was going to do these up with you guys too. So I'm back. And I have this winter white glacier paste. This winter white glacier paste, and we're just going to run it over. I put my heart stencil back over so that way and it's all stuck down with pixie spray, so I could just go right over the top of the hearts is my goal with this. And I wanted to, I don't want to do the whole thing, just kind of just in some spots, you know, just kind of here and there. Oh, look how pretty that is. I know it looks like I'm doing the whole thing, but I'm really not. So let's, ooh, but what if we, down there, and then on that little heart there. Okay, so we got those. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, come now. That is awesome. That is sweet. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh, that's cool. That is so cool. Okay, so we'll move this over. I'll put it over here. Okay, and now, let's see. I don't want to, well, we could put some on here. We could, okay, so let's, but we'll do a couple different kind. So let's, actually, no, let's do this. And then that way we'll get this third one down here as well. But we're going to put, like, some of this, and we're going to use some of the embellishment mousse too. And then let's be done with this one for a second. And then we'll add some of this cool stuff. Oh, this is that one. Oh, let's give it a try. I mean, it's out. It's purple. It'll go. Let's see. Let's give it a try. Yeah, because this stuff does, you'll want to be careful depending on what kind of a project you use it on. This stuff does actually chip off a little. So okay, let's see what that looks like. Oh, look at that. That is pretty fun. Okay. So got another layered background there. That is super cool. And, oh, we need a little bit more. Let's see if we can get this other over here. I kind of actually wish it was pink. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so. Okay, that is sweet. Okay, I'm totally stoked with that. Oh, that is cool. And now we get tons of texture, bunch of glimmer, so that'll be awesome. Okay, so we're done with that. We'll let that puppy dry. And now let's, I need to go wash that stencil. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have another couple of backgrounds here, and I want to use, I have these 3 left. I just ended up cutting apart that one sheet that we sprayed into 4, so they're 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I got, okay, so we used these 2 already. So let's do some of this Frosty Pearl icing paste by Prima. This stuff is super fun. And let's see what we can do. Actually, let's mix this with, let's use some of this stuff here. This rose gold. We'll use the rose gold, and then we'll mix the other stuff over the top of it. And actually, I think I might do some of this fire ruby too. Maybe we'll do like 3 shades. Oh, let's do, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And so we won't use the Vicky Bouton today. We're just gonna do the, let's see if I can get this moved over so we can just go boom, boom, boom here. So let's do, oh, whoops. Maybe I need that. Okay, can you guys, where are we at? Okay, so let's do the, let's do the fire ruby and see what happens. And we'll do kind of a, oh, this doesn't have any, hold on. For this, I definitely want to have some pixie spray on the back. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of this light tack adhesive on it. It's called Pixie Spray. This stuff is really nice. It works well. You just have to shake it really well. And then I just end up spraying it over my garbage can. Okay, and then we just have to wait for like about a minute or so for it to dry. Or like not really dry, but to get like tacky. In a minute, probably more like 30 seconds or something. Yeah. I think those 3 are going to be beautiful on these. It'll be cool to see the differences. Let's see, and this heart, this is a heart pattern and it goes one way, so I think if we put it on like kind of diagonal, that would be pretty cool. So let's actually start with, we'll just do one, we'll do this one, and then we'll kind of see what we want to do here. And this icing paste, you will want to wash off your stencils right away. So just bear that in mind as well. Okay, and I'm just wiping off my palette knife in between because this stuff dries, but this stuff's really nice because it dries like really pliable, like it's very bendy. So you don't have to worry about it like chipping off and stuff. Okay, and then thirdly, we're going to add this stuff. Ooh, this is even like, those two are kind of stiff. This one's like even creamier. So let's, oh, look how fun that is. I think I covered everything. I think that covers it all. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Okay. Oh, that's pretty fun. That is pretty fun. So we have a little bit of red, a little bit of rose gold, and we have a little bit of that frosty pearl on that background. I kind of wish I had a little bit more red like over here. I wonder if I could just like maybe scrape it on the page. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that's pretty fun. Okay, so we'll be sure to add. So let's put this in the center of these. And then we'll put this one. Oh, let's. And I think I do like it diagonal. And now let's. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Let's grab this red. And I want to put a little bit more of this on. I think on the other one it kind of... I like the red. Okay, and then the other will be... I think we'll be fine if we put that back in. That'll be okay. Okay, and then these two will just kind of be the accent variation. So let's trowel it. Trowel it. And then add the white on the other parts. Oh, no. Okay, I should have made sure to wipe that off a little better. Let's see. Oh, this is so fun. Look how pretty. I think... Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, that is pretty. Oh, that is really pretty. Oh, I love the red. The red, but all the little variations are like really cool. Let's see. Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Okay, that one's toast. Okay, so then I think this time I'm just going to use the white and the red. Now, let's see that. Okay, let's go this way. Just trying to press it down, and then we'll just smash the colors. And that'll smush it down a little. Where are we at here? Oh, how fun. Whoops. Okay, so actually I think the white, I think we're just going to keep with the red. Oh, there, I think I can sneak some more out. I love this red color. That is gorgeous. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Oh, see the red. Oh my gosh, that red is gorgeous. But there's a little bit of variation with like the white and stuff. I don't dare put this back in there just because I'm pretty sure it's going to be muddy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be muddy. All right, what a hoot. What a fun experiment. Oh, look at all the red hearts. Isn't that cool? How fun is that? Oh gosh, those are bright and cheery. I should have did red on all of them. Oh, sometimes. Oh, that is cool. Okay, so there's those. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, well, I don't know. This one's actually pretty cool too. Okay, maybe I like them all. Okay, well, let's let these dry and then we'll throw some cards together. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, you guys, so here we go. I have a few of these backgrounds done up. Oh, let's see. Oh, maybe you can see. There's a little bit of a, you know, crafty tornado been through here. So this was the first one we started out with right here with our multi-colored background. I added the double punch heart from Stampin' Up, the scalloped and then the plain one, and then the 1.5 inch punch from We Are Memory Keepers. Little hearts. Did a ribbon, stapled it on there with the tiny attacher, and that was, and this is on a guava colored, on a white card base on a guava colored mat. The same with the heart, and then I think that's like candy cardstock back there, stamped in the same color. So that's what we started out with. That one and this one here, with the shimmer mists on the back, the Nuvo shimmer mists in the green and the pink. Put that glacier paste, the red glacier paste, mixed with some of the winter white and then the unicorn sparkle glitter on there, and layered it up. Used Tim Holtz Love dye. These here, used this one there, and this is the holiday, I believe, holiday number 2 dies. And so those were the first 2, and so then we made those couple of backgrounds together. Or no, this was the one we made. This is the background we actually made together. And then well, one of these we made. I thought we made this background. And this was the one I started with. Well, these are the backgrounds. That's what they look like. And these are the pieces that were left over. So then, on the other ones that we had made together, this was the heart one that I did the Nuvo glacier paste on. Yeah, it's the Nuvo Winter White Glacier Paste. And this one, this stuff actually takes a little bit longer to dry. So I just, ad-libbed my embellishment on there. This is on guava cardstock. I'm going to mount this panel, which is 4 by 5 1/4, onto this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to put it on there, but it's still pretty wet. So then I took a piece of guava, layered some white glitter on there, and then punched out love in the guava and stuck it over the top of it. And did a little ribbon embellishment under it, tiny attached it on the bottom. Just did a little sprig, like so trimmed it, stapled it like that. And voila. As soon as it dries a little more, then I can press on it. But right now it's a little bit too wet. And so I ended up getting a little stuff there, but you can't hardly tell. So I think this will be just fine, but that's what that's going to look like, and just mounted on a white card base, 4¼ by 5½. So I think this is lovely. I love the ombre effect. And then that winter white, actually the watercolor, the glacier paste picked up the color in the ink and soaked up in it. So it became whatever the color, however dark it was. So that's actually pretty darn fun. And then this glitter paper actually has some pink in it. So that ended up being pretty cool as well. So that card's going to actually look pretty much like this when it's finished. So then, okay, so then this was the ombre one that goes with that one. So then the other ones that we did in the box, we did the one where we, sprayed the checker, then did the icing paste, the 2 colors of icing paste on the top. One was like a fire red and the other one was a pearl. And then this one, same with this one. And then this one got the nuvo mousse, embellishment mousse on it, with some of the white, I believe it was the white, winter white glacier paste, I think, mixed in. And this came out great, didn't it? I matted it. So this piece I actually cut down to 3¾ by 5. The like pearlescent lavender matte is paper from Tonic Studios. Oh, just gorgeous. Came in one of the kits. And so it's matted on that, and that is 4 by 5¼ and then on a dark purple matte on top of that, 4¼ by 5½. And then I'm going to actually put this on top of a white card base that I have here. I thought it was already on it, but whoops, it's just a card front. So I'm going to put that on there. So same thing here. This is the dark purple with that shimmer pearl paper or lavender paper, and then a white punched heart. These are the same Stampin' Up! Ones. And then the We Are Memory Keeper stamped in Stamps of Life grape. The Love You out of the December 2020 card kit. And then just stapled, tiny attached a little piece of ribbon there. And I think this is just lovely. That came out so darn fun. You get the shimmer, you get the texture, the raised texture, the different levels of the backgrounds that are sprayed on there. I think it came out super fun. Then this one, I like this stuff a little better. Like I said, this you have to be pretty careful with. You want to make sure it's on a sturdy cardstock, and then don't move it around too much because it likes to chip. This stuff dries much quicker than both of these two. This one or this one here, which is the glacier paste. This icing paste from Prima, I think it's more latex, so it dries pretty darn fast. And I could go ahead and mess around with this pretty well right away. That stuff dries super fast. So this is matted on some lavender. So I cut this one down as well to 3¾ by 5. Matted it on a lavender that is 4 by 5¼ and then put that on top of another matte that is 4¼ by 5½. Did the same hearts. And this is Stamps of Life. I think it's the cranberry. I don't think it's strawberry. It's either strawberry or cranberry, but it's Stamps of Life. It's really nice cardstock. Same scallop, lavender heart, and then the white, and then that's stamped in strawberry, that same little love you sentiment out of the December 2020 kit from Stamps of Life. And then this time I thought I needed a little bit extra because I have a lot more white on the background, and so I went ahead and put the pearlescent ribbon, wrapped it around the back, and just glued it on the back, and then made a little bow for the heart there, and put it on a white card base. So I think this just came out super cute. And then I alternated the heart. I actually switched it the other way to give it contrast from the hearts that are headed the other way, on the opposite diagonal direction. And so I think the shimmer on the background, the red, the pink, this is just fun. Fun, fun, fun. And I love it. I love how it came out. So there's that one. And so then I just have 2 backgrounds left that I'm going to do the exact same as this one. And so I thought, well, then I can just go ahead and show you this card. And that's what it looks like. So we ended up with, let's see, this one, these 2, and I'll put pictures on Instagram, Funtime Crafts 24/7. And so that was the original. And then one of these 2 were an original. I have no idea. So that's that one, and then these 2. Hopefully you can see them. Right? Okay, and then these 2. You can see it. You can see it. There we go. And there we have it. So I'll post them on Instagram as soon as I get it together and get cleaned up and stuff in here. And thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.